hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trevor's Terrarium here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
I'm Kevin.
And that's Trevor. And today, we're going to have a fun little deck that we have for you. It is a green deck. It's mono green. No other colors, no fun shenanigans like that. But before we get into it, go and remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we love you very much for it. And of course, deck's name is called Air Nomads. That's right, with the new set that came out a couple of months back, we are doing green and we're putting some new cards in it. And it should be fun. But first, our champion is Ariana. At the start of the game, after mulligans, quote unquote, like how it says that in little parentheses here, you can add one Kalia, which is the koala, or, I don't know why you would, one of Ariana's Amulet from your deck to your hand. Which is pretty fun, pretty nice, simple stuff, and that's why the deck is at least a little bit over 40, because they're just free cards that you just grab anyway. And of course, our spirit is Kyte. With this, once per turn during your turn, discard one card, return target air unit you control to the owner's hand, and if you do, switch one of your exhausted shards to active. So you spend mana, discard this thing, bounce, do a bunch of fun shenanigans. Now, it has a soul burst. Of course, if you don't know what soul burst is, you flip this card face down and activate it. Return target unit with cost 3 or less to the owner's hand, and that's either side. So if you need to get rid of the White Tower Guardian for free, you just get rid of that, and boom, you swing in for the win.
And first up is our doggo that's always going to be there because he's too good.
Too good.
Bone Scavenger. He's 1 for 1,000. Arrive. Expel target unit from a discard zone. You can pay 1, expel target unit from a discard zone, put a 500 counter on him.
Yep.
He's just not bad. Like, he will always be good because he stops any kind of graveyard recursion, any kind of weird random spell that they would have for graveyard recursion, gets rid of it. And he does a lot more than you really think, because over time you're just like, cool, at the end of your turn, remove those 4 dudes, because I have nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
So I'll just get big.
And it's like, it doesn't even matter if you get past like 2 or 3 counters at the most, really. Because it's just all about getting rid of their graveyard, for sure.
And he becomes a huge threat that has to be answered, or he just gets to win the game.
Exactly. Now, first air unit, of course, is Skyship Engineer. It's a 1-drop 1,000. Exhaust. Return this card to the owner's hand, and if you do, the airship units cost 1 less to play this turn. That doesn't matter, the airship part, but the fact that it's just there to bounce trigger stuff.
Next up is Isa the Cloudmender. She's 2 for 1,000. In Ruined, you may equip this card to target unit you control. While equipped to another unit, treat this card as an augment, not a unit. If a unit equipped with this card will be destroyed, you may remove all damage from that unit and destroy this card instead. So essentially, when this creature dies, it becomes an augment onto another dude.
Yep. Which is super useful. It's very, very awesome. The fact that it can still destroy some towers, and that if you swing into a dude, kill one of the dudes to prevent one of your, like, Bone Scavenger that's big now, or something important to stay alive.
But don't go bouncing that dude once this is an augment, because then he falls off to the graveyard.
Yeah,
you don't get both back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That would be kind of cute though. That would be fun.
That would be super cheap.
And of course, I'm pretty sure this helps prevent the red tower, because it gets destroyed, and then you just save that big old creature that. Yeah. So that's pretty good. And this one is the koala, the one that you can put in your hand. The 2-drop Trusty Companion 1,000. If you control an Ariana unit, this costs 1 less to play. And if Ariana unit would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. So it saves all your RE units.
Next up is the Greathawk of Cloudsea, 3 for 1,500. Arrive. If there is a destroyed air tower, you can exhaust target unit and return another unit to its owner's hand. This dude is real good.
Yeah,
if they have if a tower is dead, that's green, because you're just like, bounce that dude, tap this guy, or whatever.
Yeah, and then discard another card, bounce this to my hand, then play it again, and then bounce another dude and tap that dude. It's ridiculous. Now, of course, another one of the new ones is Queen of The Sandsea, 3-drop 1,500. Arrive, take control of target unit with total cost 2 or less, as long as you control this card. So that means their Bone Scavenger, their Repo Bloom. It triggers Repo Bloom, but then you get to have it, so they have to deal with it, and then you get things, Repo Bloom tokens, and it's just good. It's just really solid.
If their board is full and this thing dies, they don't get their dude back. It's that dude. They don't have a place to put him.
There's only 5 slots that you can have. That, or you can control a Guardian, the White Tower Guardian, just like, thank you, I have that now.
Mm-hmm. Next up is Ariana, the Hope of Argos. She has 3 for 1500 with her gorilla mech.
Yep.
She's got Brawler, so it comes into play. You can auto attack things. And then Ruined, when you discard one, you may discard one card from your hand. If you do, search your deck for an Eitan unit and add it to your hand.
Yep. And this one, Eitan, the Righteous Outlaw, it's a 4-drop 2500. Discard this card from your hand, return target air unit you control with cost 3 or less to its owner's hand. And this is the most powerful part. If this card is in your discard zone, when an air unit is returned to your hand from the field for the second time in a turn, you may put this card in play exhausted. Expel it when it leaves the field, so you can't just comboing off of it. But to be able to almost get this off turn 2, turn 3, it's just good.
Yeah, getting a 2500 on the board by turn 2 is pretty gross. Because that gets around almost every dude.
Yeah, especially if you can have multiple in the field at once, because it triggers all of them.
Yeah. Next up is Nanatsu, the Pure Shinobi. He has 4 for 2500 tails. And arrive for each destroyed tower, place 1 counter on this card. Yours and theirs.
Yep.
And then exhaust, remove 1 counter from this card, exhaust target unit, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Or exhaust, remove 4 counters from this card, destroy target unit, and if you do, switch up to 2 of your shards to active at the end of turn. So he just helps you control the field, how you need to field. You're like, cool, exhaust this dude, tap that guy. You big guy? No, he can go home. Or you can just kill it.
Yeah. And with air, you're always bouncing your dudes, so you kill something, bounce this guy, play him again, kills another thing, and it gets ridiculous.
Gets gross.
Very, very gross. Alright, the next one is Aira, the Inquisitive Protector. It's a 4-drop 2500 robot girl. Now, if anyone knows the lore of this, I wonder if this is actually Ariana in robot form. Who knows? It's a guardian. As long as this card is exhausted, your opponent cannot attack the tower this card is in front of. It's pretty cute. Exhaust. Move this card to one of your other vacant zones. So if you have one tower left, you just tap her, put it in front. They can't attack it. They have to go through her.
She's really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, she is insanely pretty fun.
Next up is her amulet, which you can go get at the start. And it is it's a legendary amulet, so you can only have one. Arrive, draw a card, and then sacrifice this card. All spirits lose all abilities until the next turn. So until your next turn.
Yeah.
So cool. It helps you get around spirits, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got its niche moment, but you otherwise just draw a card.
Yeah, which is not too bad. Alright, first spell of here is a Tempest Punch. It's a 1-drop instant cast. Target attacking unit you control gets plus 2000 and return it to the owner's hand at the end of the turn. If your champion is Ariana, which it is, the unit cannot be targeted by spells or abilities your opponents control until end of turn. So it's a 1-drop savior dude. Hopefully punch something else in the face, and then because of its air, you just bounce it back to your hand.
Yeah, so you don't lose it. And you get all the extra bounce triggers after that. So you're like, cool, swing Great Cloudsea, Hawk, bounce it.
Yeah.
Great.
Done.
Disgusting. Next up is Ariana's Resolve. 2 for a spell. Choose one. If your champion is Ariana, you choose 2. Or you may choose both. Search your deck for an Ariana or an Aira and add it to your hand. Or put target Kala and or Ariana's amulet from your discard zone into play.
Yeah.
So you can get the little koala and the amulet back for free, and you get to go search for a card, which is pretty good.
So that's Value City for 2 mana.
Yeah.
You get at least essentially 3 cards potentially, just for 2. All right, the instant cast spell Hurricane Shot. It's a 2-drop. As an additional cost to play this card, return an air unit from your field to the owner's hand, and then destroy target unit with cost 4 or less. It's very good. Very good.
This with the little Nanatsu, the Shinobi guy, you're just like, cool, use Shinobu, kill that thing, bounce this guy, kill another thing. Gross.
It's super gross.
Next up is a Mega Magic Kaze. 2 for an insta-cast spell. If you have 2 or less towers remaining, this card costs 0, and target unit cannot deal damage or attack this turn. Draw 1 card. So it's just there to help you, give you that 1 turn of preventing that tower from dying.
Yep.
You're like, cool, no, don't deal damage. Thanks.
And then you draw it, and then if you have the towers, then it's free.
Yeah.
So it's super good. Alright, the next one is Melody of Ages. The 2-drop spell. Target unit or augment loses all abilities. Then if they're a destroyed air tower, destroy that card, which is insane. So hopefully early game air unit's gone, and then you're just like, kill that thing for 2 stones. It's good.
Thanks. Cool. Your dude's dead. Get out of my game.
Let's go. Done. Well, that is the deck list there for you. And we go in the shards. Of course, we have to have Corona, the Spirit Ruby, because it's
powerful.
It's powerful. So it's a legendary shard, so you can only have one legendary shard at a time. Exhaust, produce one, and then exhaust, flip your spirit face down, destroy target unit.
Because if this is in play, it's always something they have to deal with, or they have to think about, because it will shut down a lot, because they can't just go all in on that one dude, because you'd be like, cool, kill it. Thanks. You just wasted all of that spells.
Exactly. And then, of course, we have Argent Shards, 6 of them, and then we have 3 Cipher Crystals, which is actually one of the most powerful special shards out there. So if your spirit isn't Aira, it comes in exhaust, but it is, so it's okay. And then you can pay 2, exhaust, destroy target augment, which there are a lot of augments out there, for sure. Like Deadly Poison. Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Or any of the white ones, just get them out of there.
Yep.
Now, of course, we don't have sideboard pretty much because we don't know what your local meta is or the meta around right now. So we have honorable mentions, and the first card that we have that can easily be fit in the deck or put in sideboard is Guiding Winds. It's a 1-drop instacast. Return target unit you control to owner's hand, and if you do, draw 1 card. Simple as that.
So it's a cantrip that helps trigger all of your bounce spells stuff. Your bounce dudes.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
Next up is Eitan, the Protector of Argos. He is 5 for a 3,000 Guardian. Units in front of this card must attack each turn if able. And then Ruined, you may discard an Eitan unit from your hand. If you do, put this card into play exhausted. So when he dies, you can get him back.
Yeah.
So you Guardian their big dude that they're swinging with, and you're just like, cool, this dude's dead, let's bring him back.
Yeah. Especially if you have the other Eitan, which wants to be in the graveyard anyway.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Cool, great.
But the only reason why it's not on the main deck because it costs 5, and that's a little rough, really.
Yeah.
And the next one is Lightning Shot, 3-drop spell. Deal 3,000 to target unit, and then 1,000 to another target unit, which pretty much kills a lot of stuff.
I'll deal 4,000 damage for 3 mana all day.
Yeah, exactly.
All day.
So if you're going to get to aggro deck, you just want to do this immediately.
Yeah. Bring this dude in to be like, hey, kill that dude, kill that dude. Thanks.
Like, thanks. Alright, with that is the deck list. The list will be down below if you want to check it out. And hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. You have a good day.
Later.
Bye.
Also, guys, just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.